Meanwhile, we're on the go with Joe, and today he is getting a lesson in physical fitness and perseverance. He's with a local man who has overcome some major physical challenges and has launched a new personal training business. He joins us live from Lake Oswego with his story and a little inspiration this morning, Joe. I like it.
Very much so, Pete. I'm joined right now by Brian Stone. He is the owner of First Step Fitness, which recently opened here in Lake Oswego. How are you this morning, Brian?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Great. It's great to see you. Now, Brian is a personal trainer, just launched his new business, but you have a really fascinating story. You were born with something called arthrogryposis. Did I get that correct?
Correct.
And basically, it's a joint disorder that limits your mobility. You overcame that and now became a personal trainer. First of all, tell us what this disease is, what it did to you, and how this kind of fitness helped you.
What it is, arthrogryposis is what it does is it fuses your joints from birth, and I've had 14 surgeries to get mobility in my legs, and strength training has just changed my life considerably. I think without doing strength training in the martial arts, I would be in an electric wheelchair is where I spend a lot of time, and it's just changed my life.
And you say you now train people. In some cases, they're dealing with cancer, chemotherapy, but in many cases, it's just folks that don't have any sort of, major physical challenges, right?
Correct. 98% of my clients are middle-aged women. Their kids have gone off to college, and now it's time for them to take care of themselves.
Yeah, it's really incredible to talk with Brian, which we're going to do throughout the morning, about how this has helped him personally and how it can help you. So your new business, First Step Fitness, what is your website and how can people learn about training with you?
My website is firststepfitness.org. And my phone number is 1-503-586-4046. I'm located at 4800 Meadows Drive, Suite 300, Lake Oswego.
All right, we're going to have more with Brian, more of his story, and he's promised to put me through a not-so-grueling workout. You promise, right?
I promise.
All right, he's going to go easy on me. He promised a little bit later in the show, Pete. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Good stuff, Joe. Thank you.
We are on the go with Joe, and today he's learning about an incredible story of determination. Joe is with a local man who's launched a new personal training service despite being told that he would never walk. Joe joins us live from Lake Oswego to tell us more about his inspiring story. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Kim. Yes, we're back here with Brian Stone, the owner of First Step Fitness, recently launched here in Lake Oswego. As you said, it's a personal training service. For people who didn't see our earlier segments, Brian was born with something called arthrogryposis. Did I get that right?
Correct.
I'm saying it correct. Okay, good. And basically what it does is it restricts your flexibility or your movement, generally speaking, correct?
It fuses all of the joints from birth.
Now, what's fascinating is not only are you now a personal trainer and coaching people on how to get shape, I mean, people from all walks of life, you also have a very established background in the martial arts, right? Tell me about that.
Correct. I started about 32 years ago, and I started in a style called Tang Soo Do, and I have my first degree black belt in non-classical Kung Fu, and then I have my second degree GUP in Muay Thai and a third degree in Tang Soo Do red belt.
Wow. So you were doing that even before you got into extensive weight training and that sort of thing, correct?
Correct. I started about 32 years ago.
And you were saying if it wasn't for that and for your weight training and physical fitness, you would almost certainly be in a wheelchair today, correct?
Definitely. Definitely. Fitness is just a core training and building self-esteem and confidence, along with the fitness, strength training. I would definitely be in a wheelchair.
So for people out there, who don't have to deal with something like arthrogryposis, you work with, obviously a lot of people like that. What can they take away from your experiences? How do you think that helps, training folks from other walks of life?
Just not giving up, staying consistent. People want things overnight. They want instant gratification, and it's not about that. It's a lifestyle change.
Okay, very nice. You can learn more at firststepfitness.org. That's his website. Where's your business located in Lake Oswego?
It's on 4800 Meadows Road, Suite 300. On corner of Carmen and Meadows.
Okay, we're going to have a lot more with Brian a little bit later in the show, more about his story. He's promised a workout, and we're going to show you how he's gotten in such great shape. That's coming up a little bit later in the show, Kim. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right,
We are on the go with Joe, and if you need some inspiration to get in shape, this segment may be what you're looking for. Joe is with a local man who has launched a new personal training service despite having to deal with a severe medical condition. Joe joins us live from Lake Oswego with more on his story. And Joe, when you go to work out, you want to be inspired, and it seems that there's plenty of inspiration there.
Well, this is the guy to do it, Pete. Yes, we're back here live. I'm getting coached right now by Brian Stone. He's the owner of First Step Fitness in Lake Oswego. Brian, for people who didn't see our earlier segments, you were born with something called arthrogryposis, limited your flexibility, mobility. You said you've had how many surgeries?
I've had 14 orthopedic surgeries.
14. Amazing. But he's overcome that to become a personal trainer. You said exercises like what I'm doing right now are one of the reasons that you're in shape right now, and you haven't had a surgery since, what, 1989, you were saying,
Correct.
right? So how long ago did you really get into this kind of training, you know, and really get into it?
Probably about 17 years ago. I've been involved in the martial arts for 32 years. And that was kind of like the beginning, what kind of got me into fitness. And my instructor became a personal trainer, and so I started training, and I noticed a day and night difference. I've broken 5 bones, and I haven't broken any bones since I have started weight training.
This exercise I'm doing right now, you said this is one of the main ones that you do in your own personal regimen, correct?
Correct.
And you work with people of all different, you know, physical abilities, and you, I guess, tailor the program towards them, right? That's the whole idea of what you do?
Correct. They're all individualized programs based on their individual needs.
Okay. Well, his website is firststepfitness.org. Did I get that correct? And where is your studio? Where can people train with you and benefit from your knowledge?
I'm located at 4800 Meadows Road, Suite 300. My phone number is 1-503-586-4046.
And coming up a little bit later in the show, Pete, not only is Brian coaching me, he's going to show us what he can do, and it's pretty impressive. I've seen some of it in action. It's really going to impress you. That's coming up a little bit later in the show. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Impress us even more, I guess. All right, thanks. We are on the go with Joe, and today Joe's getting a lesson in physical fitness and perseverance. He is with a local man who has overcome some major physical challenges and has launched a new personal training business. Joe joins us live from Lake Oswego with his story.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Yes, we're back here live with Brian Stone once again, the owner of First Step Fitness, a personal training business that he recently opened here in Lake Oswego. Brian, I want to recount your story because we've got some new viewers that didn't see our earlier segments. You were born with a disease called arthrogryposis?
Correct.
All right. And first of all, explain for our audience what that is, because it's a really severe disease that in many cases you were told when your parents were told that you wouldn't be able to walk when you were born, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I was told that I would never walk, and I didn't start walking until the age of 12 without braces. And it was only a few steps because the braces would be locked straight. And I was on vacation, and I thought I had my braces on, and I just started walking. And just through weight training and stuff, I've been able to, you know, climb stairs. My balance has increased, flexibility. The weight training has just changed my life. Essentially,
arthrogryposis, it takes away your joint mobility, right? You have difficulty moving your joints, right?
Correct. It fuses all of your joints at birth.
So you've been doing weight training now for how many years?
Almost 15.
And you've been a personal trainer for about that long, too?
About 13, yeah.
13 years. Okay. So we want to show you a little bit of his regimen about how you get in shape. So this is one exercise that you do.
Correct.
First of all, tell us why this helps.
This is the leg press, and it basically strengthens your hamstrings, your glutes, and it basically saves my life.
Walk us through the correct technique. Show us how it's done here.
Well, what you want to do is you want to have your feet up on high on the plate.
Yeah.
And that keeps you're using just your glutes and your hamstrings. It keeps the stress off your knees because I have really bad knees. And this basically keeps them really strengthened because I'm not putting any pressure on them. And how I train is I like to do 4 sets instead of 12, 10, 8, and 6. Each time increasing the weight and decreasing the amount of reps. That way your body adapts, gets stronger quicker.
Now what's amazing is, so Brian was told he wouldn't be able to walk. He's leg pressed 400 pounds, you were telling me, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, that's the kind of results he's had from his training, and he can help you out. He coaches people of all different physical abilities, all sorts of people. Firststepfitness.org is his website. Your business is located where in Lake Oswego?
It's at 4800 Meadows Road, Suite 300 in Lake Oswego on the corner of Carmen and Meadows.
Okay, we're going to continue our early morning workout with Brian a little bit later in the show. Keep it going, buddy. We're going to
We're on the go with Joe, and today he's learning about an incredible story of determination. Joe is with a local man who has launched a new personal training service despite being told that he would never walk again. Joe joins us live from Lake Oswego to tell us about this inspiring story. Joe?
Hey, good morning, Pete. Yes, we're back here with Brian Stone, and once again, the owner of First Step Fitness. Brian, we were talking in your last segment. You were born with arthrogryposis.
Correct.
Okay, there you go. And basically, you know, it limited your flexibility, your movement. You were told, your parents were told you wouldn't walk as a youngster. You beat the odds there. You've been weight training and doing physical training for about 15 years now,
Correct.
right? You've been a personal trainer for 13, just launched your new business. And I was asking you about your personal regimen, like what you do to keep in shape.
Right.
And you say you do a lot of core work, a lot of ab work, right? Tell me why that's important for you.
Well, basically, for my gait, balance, posture, basically everything I do in life has to do with my core. And having a good, tight core has made it possible to basically do everything in life because everything comes from your core.
Well, do you mind showing us? There's an exercise you're going to do on this ball here. What is that?
This one's called the Bozo ball.
Okay.
And I like to work my lower abs, my transverse abs. And so I like to find my sweet spot here.
Okay.
And do some bicycle crunches.
That's amazing balance, my goodness. Because as we said, you know, we just launched a new personal training business. You work with some people, in some cases, who do have some sort of physical challenge, but you said 95% of your clients are just people with nothing like that, right?
Correct. About 95% of my clients are middle-aged women. They've just sent their kids off to college, and they've always taken care of their family, and now it's time for them to take care of themselves.
They just want to get in shape. You know, that looks difficult. Can I try that? I want to see if I can do that. Okay, coach me through this there, Mr. Personal Trainer. I'm going to sit down here, and you get kind of what, the small of the back right here?
Yeah, you want to find your sweet spot, so you want to slide down probably a little bit lower.
Okay. All right.
And then you want to keep your feet up.
Okay.
Put your hands behind your head.
Behind my head?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to do like bicycle crunches. You're going to bring your left knee into your right elbow.
Left knee to my right elbow?
Correct. And like a bicycle. There you go.
You know, oh, jeez.
And then switch. Go ahead. You want to exhale on
You made it look a lot easier than it is, my friend. Of course, he's had a lot of practice. Okay, so for people that want to learn your training techniques, work with you to get in shape, how can they do that? What's your website? Where's your business located?
My website is firststepfitness.org.
Yeah.
I'm located at 4800 Meadows Road, and that's in Suite 300. My phone number is 1-503-586-4046.
As always, you can learn more at kptv.com. Pete, I was not acting there. That was very difficult to do. And it's no surprise, I was talking with Brian. He says he's about, you're what, 46, did you say? And 8% body fat.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you I am not 8% body fat.
And you know, I learned something in the last segment when he was doing his leg presses, something that I was doing wrong with my leg presses. So I can see that he's a wealth of knowledge and quite the inspiration as well.
Quite a bit. And wait till you see, we're going to do one more exercise with them in just a bit, and it's going to be quite impressive. You'll see that.
Good stuff, Joe. Very, very cool. 8:26.
All right, we're going to get over to Pete. He has more of what's coming up this morning with Joe.
Yeah, very inspiring. We're on the go with Joe, and if you need some inspiration to get in shape, this segment may be just what you're looking for. Joe is with a local man who has launched a new personal training service despite having to deal with a severe medical condition. He joins us live from Lake Oswego with more on his story. Joe?
Yeah, Pete, the condition's called arthrogryposis. This is what Brian Stone was born with. Basically, Brian, for people who didn't say earlier segments, it limits your mobility, your joint flexibility, and that sort of thing. Despite that, he's become a personal trainer. He's got a new business here in Lake Oswego where you train people of all different physical capabilities. You're going to demonstrate what for us now? What movement is this?
This is a pec chest fly machine.
Okay.
And most people do it with 2 arms.
Okay.
Due to my lack of range of motion, I do it with a single arm.
All right.
And
well, let's see your technique here. So this is working at your chest?
Correct.
Okay. There you go, back and forth. Wow, look at that. Now, Brian, that's pretty impressive and all, but I saw you doing some of this off camera, and I know you can do more. So right now you're on about 50 pounds. I'm gonna double that. I'm gonna do 100 pounds. All right? You up for that on live TV?
See what you got.
All right, let's see it. 100 pounds with one arm. Let's see what you got there, Brian. Look at that. That is amazing. Just cranking them out. Awesome. Can I try that? I want to try that. You know, Pete, you know, I work out. I mean, I'm not like the Incredible Hulk or anything, but I'm in pretty good shape. I want to see if I can hang here, because that was pretty impressive. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
A lot of people work
wow.
out doing the fly like that with 100 pounds with both arms.
With both arms,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly. That is amazing.
Wow.
Oh, Brian, man, that's incredible stuff. So your business, again, firststepfitness.org is the website.
Correct.
You're located in Lake Oswego, and you're looking for people to train, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Anyone?
You can contact him. As always, you got more information at kptv.com. Brian, it's been just inspiring to watch you work out.
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. Guys, I want to give you a few details, a few numbers on him. Couldn't walk till you were 12, right?
Correct.
14 surgeries, five
broken
bones, and you just did 100 pounds with one arm.
Correct.
Folks, if this guy can't get you pumped up, you need to check your pulse. There's something wrong with you. Thanks, Brian. Let's
You're
send it
welcome.
back to you in the studio.
I mean, that truly is impressive.
Yeah,
So great.
Yeah.